Oh, you were wearing those hats. Yeah.
Good afternoon and welcome to the Gwinnett County Board of Commissioners 2 p.m. business session for Tuesday, May 5th, 2025. Happy Cinco de Mayo. I'd like to call our meeting to order at this time. For those of you who are here in the audience, I'd ask you to double check your phone or other electronic communications devices. Make sure they're set on silent or turned off completely. And before we begin, please join us for a moment of silence for each of us to privately pray and reflect on our lives, families, colleagues, and community, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance led by District 3, Commissioner Watkins. And if you are able, please stand.
And now for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. I would like to remind everyone that our commission meetings are in live on TV Gwinnett, your government access cable channel, Facebook Live, and online at GwinnettCounty.com. Today's tape meeting will air on TV Gwinnett beginning this Thursday at 7 p.m. and again on Sunday at noon. The meeting will also be available on demand through the Gwinnett County website. At this point in our meeting, it's our practice to share announcements and highlight community events around the county. I'll kick us off. I have one announcement, and that's early voting in Gwinnett County is now underway. I encourage every eligible resident to cast a ballot ahead of the May 19th general primary and nonpartisan general election. Advanced voting continues through Friday, May 15th, with polls open Monday through Saturday from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. 13 polling locations are available throughout the county, along with the Gwinnett Voter Registrations and Elections Office on Grayson Highway in Lawrenceville. If you prefer to vote by mail, the deadline to request an absentee ballot is May 8th. And to request your ballot, find your nearest polling location and check current wait times. You can visit GwinnettElections.com. And that concludes my announcements. And now I will turn it to Commissioner Cardin to share announcements in District 1.
All right. If you are a vendor or a supplier interested in doing business with Gwinnett County, please join us for our annual Supplier Networking and Resource Fair this Thursday, May 14th, May 14th from 8 a.m. to noon at Gas South Convention Center. You'll have the opportunity to meet with buyers and contracting officers from the Gwinnett County Purchasing Division, county departments, and other metro agencies. Vendors will also have the chance to network and establish valuable new connections, professional connections. So for more information about this event and how to register, please visit GwinnettCounty.com/purchasing events. And that concludes it for me.
Commissioner Koo, what announcements do we have in District 2?
Thank you, Madam Chairwoman. Did you know that Asian American, Native Hawaiian, and Pacific Islander residents make up more than 14% of Gwinnett's population? It's my honor to wish our incredible AANHPI communities a happy Asian American, Native Hawaiian, and Pacific Islander Heritage Month. I invite you all to join our annual AANHPI Heritage Month celebration on Friday, May 15th, beginning at 6:30 p.m. here at the Gwinnett Justice and Administration Center. We look forward to celebrating together with food, dance, and community spirit. Register today at GwinnettCounty.com/celebrate-AANHPI. I'd also like to remind people that the county has partnered with Ballot Ready to provide information on all the candidates and all the races and even the referendum that's going to be on your May 19th ballot. So if you'd like to find out more about the candidates, compare, see what they have to say, if you can go to the county's website on the homepage, there's an all services link, the last link of those buttons. There's a link to Ballot Ready, and you can put in your address and get your specific ballot, your races, and you can get informed about who's on the ballot. And that's what's new in District 2.
Excellent. Commissioner Watkins, what announcements do we have in District 3?
Thank you, Madam Chair. Later this month, Gwinnett County will honor fallen military and public service heroes at our Memorial Day ceremony. Please join us at 1 p.m. on Monday, May 25th, at the Gwinnett Fallen Heroes Memorial, located on the grounds of the Gwinnett Justice and Administration Center. Residents are invited to attend as we remember those who gave their lives to protect our nation and our community. Since May is also National Military Appreciation Month, I want to remind everyone that Gwinnett County offers a wide range of services for veterans and their families. Navigators are available on site at the Gwinnett Senior Services Center, located at 567 Swanson Highway in Lawrenceville, to assist veterans of all ages and their families. They can help with completing VA benefit forms, filing VA claims, and connecting you with valuable resources throughout Gwinnett and the region. To learn more about these services, at gwinnettcounty.com/veterans. And for a lighter note, I want to give a shout out to another award-winning District 3 high school, Grayson Technical High School, and to Principal Dr. Stewart and Vice Principal Nikki Woodrow. Thank you for letting me see all the important programs that you have there at Grayson Technical High School. But I want to really focus on the 70 awards that our students that are there through the Scholastic Arts and Writing Awards, and 11 of those students advancing. National Award recipients Ryan Narayan and Anthony Gibson will travel to Carnegie Hall in June to be honored on the national stage for their work. Adding to this moment of pride, their instructor, Christina Connors, will also be recognized at Carnegie Hall as a recipient of the National Arts Educator Awards for Scholars, highlighting not only the students but also our award-winning schools here in Gwinnett County. All of them carry with them not only their personal accomplishments, but the pride of the entire community, and Madam Chair, especially District 3. And that's all I have, ma'am.
Excellent. Well, congratulations to you and the District 3 folks. All right, Commissioner Holcamp, what announcements do we have in District 4?
Yes, Madam Chair. Actually, my announcement today pertains to all Gwinnett County residents. So an important change is coming to your water bill payments. Gwinnett County is upgrading its self-service website, and the online payment portal will be unavailable from this Friday, May 8th through Monday, May 18th. During this time, cash or check payments may be made in person at the Gwinnett Water Resources Central Facility, but online and phone payments will not be available. Please note that water service won't be disconnected for non-payment, and late fees will not be assessed during this period. If you have any questions, contact the Gwinnett Water Resources Customer Care at dwrcare@gwinnettcounty.com or call 678-376-6800. That's all I have.
Very well. Are there any other announcements? If none, we will move right along. And before we vote on the agenda, I move to amend the agenda to add GCID 2026-0584 as an item of new business. A copy of this item has been provided to the district commissioners and county clerk. And at this time, I'd like to ask for a second to support the motion to amend.
Second.
All right, I have a motion and a second to amend the agenda. All in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? All right, and I'd like to ask for an approval of the agenda as amended.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All right, I have a motion and a second to approve the agenda as amended. All in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? All right, and the amended agenda is approved. I'd now like to ask for an approval of the minutes from the board's April 28th meeting. Is there a motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
Second.
I have a motion and a second to approve the minutes. Are there any additions or corrections? Hearing none, all in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? All right, the minutes are approved. All right, this afternoon we have 5 presentations on our agenda. Ms. Megan Perry of our Communications Department will read us some instructions.
Today's first proclamation will be presented by District 2 Commissioner Ben Koo. As he makes his way down to the front of the room, I'd like to invite Georgia State Representative Jasmine Clark to join him. This proclamation recognizes Representative Clark's service at the State House. Whereas, Gwinnett County thrives through the dedication of public servants who commit their time and effort to advocacy, equity, and the delivery of superior services to our residents. And whereas longtime Gwinnett County resident Dr. Jasmine Clark built a foundation of professional expertise as a scientist, receiving her bachelor's degree in microbiology from the University of Tennessee and her PhD in microbiology and molecular genetics from Emory University, where she now serves as an assistant clinical professor. And whereas in 2018, she channeled her passion for science and helping others into public service and was elected to represent District 108 in the Georgia House of Representatives. And whereas for 7 years, Representative Clark has served District 108, including residents in the Lilburn and Mountain Park areas of Gwinnett County, championing science and compassion in the legislative process. And whereas in January 2025, Representative Clark was elected chair of the Gwinnett County House delegation, becoming the first woman and Black woman to hold the position. And whereas in that role, Representative Clark continues to address the needs and concerns of Gwinnett residents, collaborate on policy initiatives, and advocate for the county's interest in state legislation. Now, therefore, I, Ben Koo, do hereby recognize Representative Dr. Jasmine Clark for her service to District 108 in the Georgia House of Representatives. As she prepares to step down from this role, I offer my sincere gratitude for her years of dedication to our county and our people.
Let's give a round of applause. So I feel a special kinship with Representative Dr. Jasmine Clark. We were both first-time candidates in 2018, and I think we are trauma bonded from the experience. We are both vintage millennials, zennial cuspers, and we both came from a STEM background and are able to bring that perspective to a space where we're typically in the minority. There are few people who can move seamlessly from a microbiology lab to the floor of the Georgia General Assembly. But Representative Dr. Jasmine Clark has never been one to follow a conventional path. For 8 years, she's been an advocate for the residents of District 108, bringing the Gold Dome of the voice of a scientist who believes that facts, data, and reason should guide public policy. As chair of the Gwinnett County House delegation, she's made sure that Gwinnett's interests were never an afterthought in the halls of power. Representative Dr. Clark has always followed the philosophy of the late Maya Angelou, reminding us that people may forget what we say or what we do, but they never forget how we make them feel. By that measure, her legacy is already written. The people of Gwinnett felt heard, they felt valued, and they felt seen. And as this chapter of your legislative career comes to a close, we offer our deepest gratitude for her service. Thank you, Representative Dr. Jasmine Clark. Would you like to say a few words?
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much to Commissioner Ben Koo, to some of my fellow friends on the County Commission, and to the Gwinnett community at large, especially House District 108, for entrusting me to be your representative for the last 8 years of 4 legislative terms. As I endeavor to do something new and different, I do hope to continue to be able to represent the people in House District 108, but regardless, the time that has been spent in the legislature, the time that has been spent chairing the Gwinnett House delegation is going to be cherished by me always. So thank you again for your support, and I appreciate this. It's very nice. Thank you.
Thank you. Picture? Yep.
The next proclamation will be presented by District 3 Commissioner Jasper Watkins. As he makes his way down to the front of the room, I'd like to invite Dr. Tiffany Brunson and Representative Jasmine Clark to join him. This proclamation recognizes Gwinnett Public Health Day. Whereas, Public health plays a vital role in protecting and improving the well-being of Gwinnett County residents through health education, community-based interventions, and the prevention of chronic and infectious diseases. And whereas the 2026 Public Health Day theme, Prevention is Power, Healthy Gwinnett, Stronger Gwinnett, supports a robust public health infrastructure that is essential to safeguarding our community through timely screenings, immunizations, and proactive health monitoring. And whereas Gwinnett County encourages all residents to take proactive steps towards prevention by attending local health fairs, adopting healthy lifestyle practices, and seeking credible health information to protect their families and neighbors. And whereas GNR Public Health, alongside partners across our community, works tirelessly to expand access to wellness screenings, vaccinations, and emergency response efforts. And whereas collaboration among county leadership and community partners demonstrates our shared commitment to advancing policies that strengthen public health and deliver superior services for all. And whereas fostering the next generation of public health leaders through youth engagement and mentorship is essential to sustaining a resilient workforce and building a community where everyone thrives. Now, therefore, I, Nicole Love Hendrickson, on behalf of the Gwinnett County Board of Commissioners, do hereby proclaim May 16, 2026 as Public Health Day in Gwinnett County. I encourage all residents to participate in local health initiatives and educational programs that strengthen our community's health and vitality.
Well, it's a pleasure to welcome back Dr. Tiffany Brunson back for the second time this year to celebrate Gwinnett Public Health Day. That kind of persistence is a mark of someone who understands that building a healthier Gwinnett requires more than just a single conversation. Dr. Brunson, your advocacy speaks volume. As a pharmacist, I spend my career at the intersection of medicine and public trust. I've watched firsthand how awareness and early prevention can redirect the trajectory of a person's life, how the right information delivered in the right moment can in some cases be as powerful as a prescription. That is what the public health is truly about. I also want to honor Representative Jasmine Clark, who has made wonderful contributions to this field. Her scientific expertise provide a valuable perspective in the General Assembly. I now would like to invite Dr. Brunson and Representative Clark to share some remarks.
So thank you. Thank you to the Board of Commissioners. Thank you to the Chairwoman. I'm really, really grateful for the proclamation for Gwinnett County Public Health Day. The recognition is important because public health and the healthcare landscape, they're evolving right now. And as that happens, we're going to see increases in gaps in access as well as support and care. And so community health really does play a critical role in helping to fill those gaps and ensuring that people have what they need to thrive. This day really just started as a vision, right, to bring greater awareness, connection, access to public health resources in our community. It's my community where I pay taxes. And so, I'm especially thankful to Dr. Jasmine Clark for seeing what this could become and for helping to turn a vision into something meaningful and that can be impactful. We look forward to commemorating the second annual Gwinnett County Public Health Day on May 16th. And with that, we'll be having a health fair in Lilburn at Lilburn Library. So we do hope that you'll take some time to come out to that. And so I think I just want to thank everyone. Thank you to our sponsors. Thank you to the partners. Thank you to the vendors in the community that have shown just an immense amount of interest. We look forward to celebrating the day, and I encourage you all to pay attention. Pay attention to your health. Pay attention to public health, and we control that. We own our health. I like to say that public health, it's a team sport. So we're not doing it alone, we're doing it together. So thank you all. Thank you again.
And just briefly, I want to say all of the things that Dr. Brunson said. Public health is so incredibly important. And again, it is a group effort. It is a team sport. I want to highlight that this year's Public Health Day health fair that's being held at the Lilburn Library on May 16th is really, really important to me. Last year, we had an amazing time. This year, we have invited Emory Healthcare to be a part of it as well, to do prostate cancer screenings. And the reason why this is very important to me is because my father was diagnosed with prostate cancer back in 2022. And unfortunately, because of COVID, he missed one screening. He was getting them every year. And he went from not having a prostate cancer diagnosis to being diagnosed with a very, very aggressive form of prostate cancer. And so this year's health fair means a lot to me because I want people in our community to be informed about what's going on with their bodies because things can change very quickly. So come get your prostate cancer screenings, guys, age 40 to 75. We also have vision screenings for our youth, so anyone under the age of 18. Make sure our babies can see the board when they go to school. And we will also have vaccines available because prevention is key. And also lots of other wellness resources available. Again, May 16th at the Lilburn Library at 12:30. Tell a friend to tell a friend. We hope to see you there. Thank you.
And also, men, there are two types of prostate screening, okay? So come on out.
This is the blood test.
This is the blood test one, okay? Come on out. Just had to put that in.
Our next proclamation recognizes Mental Health Awareness Month. I'd like to invite representatives from GUIDE, Inc. and the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention to join Commissioner Watkins at the front of the room. Whereas, since 1949, the National Association for Mental Health has recognized May as Mental Health Awareness Month to combat stigma, provide support, educate the public, and advocate for policies that assist people in the U.S. living with a mental illness. And whereas millions of people face stigma related to the emotional challenges, mental disorders, and psychosocial disabilities they experience. People living with a mental illness often feel isolated due to shame that discourages seeking proper treatment. And whereas mental health disorders account for more disability than any other illnesses, including cancer and heart disease, reflecting the urgent need to address mental health needs in communities like Gwinnett. And whereas recovery for youth and adults is possible. And whereas numerous community partners like GUIDE, Inc. help increase access to mental health support by providing comprehensive, coordinated mental health services among children, youth, young adults, and families in our community. And whereas Gwinnett County government and its mental health partners are committed to creating a community where everyone feels empowered to receive the mental health support they deserve and to end the stigma. Now, therefore, I, Nicole Love Hendrickson, on behalf of the Gwinnett County Board of Commissioners, do hereby proclaim May 2026 as Mental Health Awareness Month in Gwinnett County. I encourage every resident to learn the signs of mental health challenges and actively prioritize emotional well-being in their daily lives.
I want to begin by expressing deep gratitude to GUIDE, Inc. for their extraordinary work they do in our community every day, addressing the most complex social challenges of our time with grace and grit is no small undertaking. This issue of mental health is personal to us all. We've seen how isolation, stigma, and barriers to resources like medication and therapy can quietly erode the well-being of the most vulnerable residents. How the absence of social support can compound into crisis when we look away. Over the past year, I've hosted several town halls on mental health, and the message for our young people is consistent and urgent. They need us to show up, not with platitudes, but with presence, resources, and a genuine willingness to meet them where they're at. It is our responsibility as stewards for this next generation to be serious about their mental health and mental illness demands. No young person should navigate their mental health journey in silence or alone. I want to thank the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention for your life-saving work, and I want to especially thank my colleague, Commissioner Koo, for championing this, that's a big one, championing this cause. Your allyship in the fight is seen and deeply appreciated. Now I'd like representatives from Guide Inc. and AFSP to share some remarks. Yes, ma'am. You want me to put down a little bit?
Yeah, I'm a little vertically challenged here.
That's okay.
All right, good afternoon. Thank you, Commissioner Watkins and the Board of Commissioners of Gwinnett. My name is Amira Abdul Hafid. I am the Prevention Program Director for Guide Inc. And it is my pleasure to be here today as we recognize Mental Health Awareness Month. We recognize that mental health is health. In Gwinnett County, a community of more than 1 million residents, it's every family, every workplace, school, and neighborhood is touched by mental wellness in some way. The data reminds us why this matters. Gwinnett lost 118 lives to suicide in 2024, the majority being between 25 and 29 years old. And 16% of Gwinnett residents have reported having poor health for more than 2 weeks just in the past year. We can get lost in this data, but it's important to remember that each number represents a life, a loved one, and a community that is impacted. We are also very encouraged by the progress, such as the Gwinnett's Behavioral Health Unit, as well as the Sheriff's Mental Health Task Force. They work hard for what they do. In fact, in 2023, the Gwinnett Behavioral Health Unit responded to more than 4,500 calls just in that year. So this month, let us replace stigma with compassion, silence with conversation, and fear with hope. Let us check on one another, support treatment, and remind that everyone that asking for help is a sign of strength, not weakness. Together we can build a healthier, stronger Gwinnett for all. So I want to thank you, and hopefully I will see you after the AAPI event on May 15th in downtown Lawrenceville for Together for Wellness, our mental health awareness event for everybody, for families. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. I want to first start off by thanking the Board of Commissioners. I'll have to highlight Ben Koo, Commissioner Ben Koo, who is on our Advocacy and Public Policy Committee. My name is Chelsea Pyatt. I am the Programs Manager for the Georgia chapter of the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention, and I have with me a very valuable volunteer. Her name is Grace Dockstader. She has been involved with our Out of the Darkness walks and is representing Georgia in Washington, D.C. next week at our National Advocacy Forum. So the mission of AFSP is to save lives and bring hope to those affected by suicide. And we do that through scientific research into suicide prevention. We also provide prevention education programming. We also do advocacy work on a local and national level, and then support for survivors of suicide loss. And our chapter covers the entire state, and we are just so grateful for the support of Gwinnett County. We've been involved in many events in Gwinnett County, and again, very thankful to the Board of Commissioners, Chairwoman, and then Commissioner Koo for their support. So thank you all again, and appreciate what Gwinnett County is doing to support everyone's mental health. Thank you guys so much.
The next proclamation will be presented by Chairwoman Nicole Love Hendrickson. As she makes her way down to the front of the room, I'd like to invite representatives from Gwinnett County Community Services, senior clients, community partners, and volunteers to join her. This proclamation recognizes Older Americans Month. Whereas, May is designated as Older Americans Month across the United States to recognize the invaluable contributions of older adults. And Whereas the 2026 Older Americans Month theme, Champion Your Health, invites older Americans to take an active role in their well-being through preventative care, informed health decisions, and personal advocacy. And whereas recognizing seniors as an influential and vital segment of our population, Gwinnett County encourages older Americans to remain active in our communities and connects older adults to tools that support their health, socialization, and overall well-being. And whereas Gwinnett County provides safe and healthy environments for all senior center, park, transit, and facility users to take charge of living a healthier, active lifestyle with a focus on independence. And whereas Gwinnett County also offers a diverse array of workshops, from chair yoga and fitness days to chronic disease prevention, that promote health advocacy and empower residents to manage their active lifestyles. And whereas healthy aging begins with awareness and community engagement, further reinforced by evidence-based programs such as our Senior Wellness Expos, health fairs, and Live Healthy Gwinnett initiatives. Now, therefore, I, Nicole Love Hendrickson, on behalf of the Gwinnett County Board of Commissioners, do hereby proclaim May 2026 as Older Americans Month in Gwinnett County. I encourage all residents to join us in celebrating Gwinnett's older adults.
All right, can you join me in giving it up for our older Americans? Hey. Gwinnett has always been a county that believes in its people, and that belief doesn't diminish as they age, it deepens. Our seniors have built this community, shaped its character, and enriched every institution that makes Gwinnett the place it is today. This month, we say clearly that what should always be true, the dignity, independence, and full participation of older Americans is community life, our vital commitments. The county ensures our older adults have access to safe, welcoming environments like our parks, transit systems, and senior centers. We invest in spaces that encourage physical activity, foster connection, and affirm that aging here means aging with joy. Would you all agree? Yes, that's right. Whether through technology, wellness programming, or community outreach, we're focused on making Gwinnett a place where you can age with autonomy and purpose. And to every senior in this county, we see you, we value you, and we are proud to celebrate you this month. And now I'd like to invite our representatives from Gwinnett Senior Services to share some remarks with us. Hello.
Hello. Good afternoon. Thank you, Chairwoman and Board of Commissioners, for your ongoing support and recognition of Older Americans Month. My name is Latasha Williams, and I have the pleasure of serving as one of our division directors for our Health and Human Services Division. Today, I have with me representatives from the Lawrenceville Senior Center, the Beaufort Senior Center, the Centerville Senior Center, and the Norcross Senior Center, as well as team members from Health and Human Services. This year's theme, Champion Your Health, focuses on prevention, wellness, and personal responsibilities as the keys to healthy aging. It is important for each of us to actively maintain our health as we age through utilization of preventive healthcare methods and through making informed decisions about our diets and our exercise. This fall, our Health and Human Services Division will launch a new senior center in the Decula community. We look forward to bringing new health and wellness and social opportunities to that community. The Department of Community Services is committed to maintaining the health and well-being of our senior residents, and we're thankful for this acknowledgement of Older Americans Month. I would like to extend my sincere appreciation and thank you to the entire Health and Human Services Division and all members of our department who have helped plan this year's celebration.
Outstanding. All right.
Our final proclamation recognizes Water Safety Month. I'd like to invite Chief Fred Cephas and members of Gwinnett Fire and Emergency Services, as well as representatives from YMCA of Metro Atlanta to join Chairwoman Hendrickson at the front of the room. Whereas, swimming and aquatic activities contribute to physical and mental health and enhance quality of life. And whereas, water safety education is critical to protect residents as they engage in these beneficial activities and to prevent water-related emergencies, including injuries and fatalities in recreational areas, lakes, rivers, and other bodies of water. And whereas, drowning remains a leading cause of injury-related death for children, with nearly 800 children in the United States drowning each year. And whereas, Gwinnett County Government and Safe Kids Gwinnett have joined community stakeholders like the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, YMCA of Metro Atlanta, Greater Atlanta Water Safety Alliance, American Red Cross, and Children's Healthcare of Atlanta to provide accessible aquatic instruction and life-saving safety education. And whereas, residents are encouraged to follow safe swimming practices, including supervising children at all times, never swimming alone, and maintaining proper barriers to protect children and pets from unattended water sources. And whereas, as summer nears and water-related activities increase, Gwinnett County recognizes May as Water Safety Month to focus attention on providing effective information and programs to residents of all ages. Now, therefore, I, Nicole Love Hendrickson, on behalf of the Gwinnett County Board of Commissioners, do hereby proclaim May 2026 as Water Safety Month in Gwinnett County. I urge all residents to prioritize water safety, embrace the resources offered by the county and our dedicated partners, and work together to ensure a safe aquatic environment for everyone.
Can we give it up for Water Safety Month? Our amazing fire and emergency services team is here to protect our residents and respond to all manners of emergency. But I think I can speak for us all when I say that I don't want an unexpected visit from them during the summer plans. That's the goal. Fewer 911 calls, more families splashing around and making memories. And that's exactly why Gwinnett Fire and EMS shows up year after year to champion water safety. Not because they don't want to serve, but because they care enough to keep you out of such emergencies in the first place. Chief Cephas and this incredible team embody that spirit every single day, and I want this community to know that I am deeply proud of the work that you all do. I also want to extend tremendous appreciation to the YMCA of Metro Atlanta, a partner whose contributions to water safety in this county span generations. It may seem simple, but just a few weeks of swimming instruction over a single summer can fundamentally change the safety trajectory of a child's life and an entire family's future. So thank you both for protecting what matters most. And now I'd like to turn it over to Chief Blackwell and YMCA Director of Advocacy and Public Policy, Ryan Greenstein, to share some remarks with us.
Thank you, Madam Chairwoman and Board of Commissioners, for recognizing the importance of Water Safety Month. Summertime represents an exciting time in our community. As the temperature begins to rise and everyone wants to be outside for fun activities, we want to encourage our residents to be safe while enjoying the water during warmer months. Although a body of water might seem safe, always remember to use a life jacket and swim with a buddy. Remember that there are things beneath the water you cannot see, such as tree limbs or debris. Also remember that currents on rivers can be very strong and be challenging, even to an experienced swimmer. As we want our vibrant community to continue to thrive, we ask that everyone stay safe in the water this summer.
Excellent. Great message.
So I don't know if you can tell, we forgot our uniforms, but I think you can tell who the YMCA people are. But I'm Ryan Greenstein with the YMCA Metro Atlanta. We want to thank the Board of Commissioners and the Fire Department as well for their commitment to water safety. I think the theme from all the proclamations today is there's steps we can all take. For the suicide prevention, memorize 988, and tell a friend it's okay to not be okay. Get a cancer screening, as we heard earlier, there's multiple ways to do it. And then similar for water safety. If you can't take swim lessons, please visit the YMCA website. We have scholarships available. And also, we partner a lot with Children's Healthcare of Atlanta. If you visit Strong for Life, there's a lot of tips anyone can take, particularly for parents around supervision, whether it's under 1-year-old in the bathtub or at the pool on a crowded day. Supervision and knowing what to do. If you see a drowning, learning CPR are ways to be a quick response while the fire department's on the way, but hopefully we never even get to that point. So please do your part and spread the word. Come see us at the Y.
Excellent. Thank you. All right, our consent agenda begins on page 1. Do I have a motion for the consent agenda?
Motion to approve.
Second.
All right, I have a motion and a second to approve the consent agenda. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The consent agenda is approved. We have one item of new business on our agenda this afternoon. Ms. Perry will read the agenda item, and I will call for a motion.
This item is presented by Community Services Director Lindsay Jorsted. 2026-0584, approval authorization for the chairwoman or designee to execute a memorandum of understanding for use of county facility between Gwinnett County Public Schools and the Gwinnett County Board of Commissioners.
Good afternoon, Chairwoman and Commissioners.
Good afternoon.
This agenda item seeks approval to execute an MOU between Gwinnett County Public Schools and Gwinnett County government to allow GCPS to operate an early learning center within the Community Resource Center at Bethany Church Road in Snellville. This partnership builds on a long-standing history of collaboration between our organizations and is focused on improving school readiness and long-term outcomes for our children. Currently, only 51% of kindergartners are entering school ready to access the curriculum without intervention, and Gwinnett continues to face a significant early learning seat gap, including approximately 3,000 seats for 4-year-olds and 20,000 seats for children from birth to age 4. This agreement will establish a high-quality, accessible early learning center in the Shiloh cluster, expanding childcare and preschool opportunities in southern Gwinnett, while aligning with the broader countywide strategy to support children from birth to age 5. By leveraging space within the Community Resource Center, we are bringing services closer to residents and integrating early learning into a hub of support for families. This is a strategic investment in our community and in ensuring more children enter school ready to succeed, and we respectfully request approval.
Thank you, Lindsay. And before I call for a motion, I do want to thank you and staff and legal working with the school system to work through this process. We had a great conversation with our school board late last year to talk about ways that we can collaborate. And during our conversations, myself, school board members, and our ACAs, we realized that the school had a need for pre-K, but didn't have space. The county had space, but didn't have a provider. So when we learned that there were these opportunities that existed, we explored ways to collaborate. And I'm happy to know that those conversations continue to move forward. I believe that the school administrators went and visited the site at the Centerville location, and an agreement and discussions continue to ensue, and getting us to the point where we're signing an MOU of the first of its kind to work with GCPS and the county to offer pre-K program or early learning programming to residents in that area, and to now complete our array of services that are offered at that site is historic. And I'm excited about the partnership and opportunity to continue collaborating with our school system, and also want to iterate that there's no cost. So we're This is a great partnership where we're not having to provide an outside provider because the schools are already equipped with the staff and personnel to stand up a full-service program. So again, thank you. Thank you to our senior staff for helping to get us to this point. And with that, if there are no further comments, I'll entertain a motion.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Thank you. I have a motion and a second to approve. Any discussion?
No, ma'am.
All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, this motion passes. Thank you. And now we can make sure it gets into the hands of the school and get it ready for the fall. Excellent. All right, with that, this now brings us to the public comment section of our agenda. At this point, it is our pleasure to invite anyone who wishes to address the board on any topic to come to the podium, state your name and address for the record, and we'll be happy to listen to your comments. Please note that you will have 3 minutes to speak, and our clerk will be keeping the time. The floor is now open for public comment. As I see nobody making their way down, if there are no further comments, this concludes our 2 p.m. business session for May 5th, 2026. I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
A motion and a second has been made. All in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? All right, our meeting is officially adjourned. I thank you all for joining us today, both in person and virtually. Have a great rest of your evening.